Lex. It's Monday. I hope you had a really good weekend. I really loved your video on Friday and immediately watched that film, which was fantastic. So thanks for sharing that with me. The things I'm going to share to you today are a little bit different. You and I have never really kind of talked about religion before. So I don't know if you're religious at all or if you even like to talk about it, but the things that I'm going to talk about today are related to that. So on Monday last week, Hannah Brencher, who I talked about before, recommended a devotional by this man named Corey Copeland. It's called We Are Not Hoodlums, and it's kind of different. It's not, I guess, what you would consider like your textbook devotional. I don't totally know what that means yet because I'm not very far into it, but I started it this morning and it's amazing. It's extremely well written and it kind of was just everything I needed. So if you're interested in checking that out, make sure you check it out. He had the ebook for free for his birthday. I don't know if it still is or not, but it's worth a purchase. I really love it, and I'm not even that far in yet, so make sure you check that out. The second thing, or the second two things actually, are blogs. The first one is called Tickled Yellow. There's a link below, and the author, her name is Heather. She lives here in North Carolina, actually on the other side of the state, and she is the wife of a worship pastor, and so her blog is all about understanding what it means to be the wife of a pastor, understanding what it means to be a wife, understanding just kind of how to live life the way that they're living it. And it's really interesting, and she talks about everything from like books to read to good food to try. Like she's learning how to cook and like all these different kinds of things. So it's not necessarily like a religious blog, but she shares all different kinds of things. Heather's really fantastic. You can also follow her on Twitter. I just really love her blog. So, and the second one is Sarah Bessie. I'm looking because they're up on my computer. Sarah Bessie is a mother, and she calls herself a non-denominational, recovering know-it-all, slowly falling back in love with the church, which I find to be really interesting. And she wrote a book called Jesus Feminist, which I haven't read yet, but really want to read. Because it talks a lot about like understanding how you can be a feminist but still be a follower of Christ. And as someone who's kind of working through what religion means to me and what a relationship with God means to me, Sarah's blog has been really interesting to read because she talks about her kids and she talks about her home life, but she also talks about things that you don't necessarily expect someone to talk about. Like I think she did a series on sexual assault in the church or something. That might be wrong. But her blog is in a really similar vein to Preston Yancey's, in that it's challenging and it kind of makes you really think about religion, and even if you're not a religious person. So those are the things I wanted to share with you. This was really quick because spring break's over and now I'm getting back into the swing of school and stuff. But if you're interested, make sure you check those out or forward this on to someone who you think might be interested in. Sarah Bessie, Tickled Yellow, and We Are Not Hoodlums are all really amazing. So I hope you have a great week. Enjoy the Rear Window themed episode of Castle tonight. I know I will, and I will see you on Friday.